Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the revised version of the Camera Studio mod for Minecraft 1.3.2. And if you guys missed out on my first review of the Camera Studio mod, then be sure to check out the link in the description below. So anyways, as I said before, the Camera Studio mod has seen a lot of revisions since its initial release. And in its initial release, it was purely a command line program. It required single player commands in order to run, and it was a very robust program. It's a very robust mod, it still is, but now it's more easy to use. So if you guys are just kind of curious, how to make machinimas and whatnot, or if you just want to, mess around with cool flyby type stuff, then go ahead and download this mod because it is a lot of fun now. So anyways, when you download the mod, now in order to access the command list that you can use, well, not the command list, but like the options that you guys can do, go ahead and hit the O key on your keyboard and you're going to be presented with these options here. So this one right here, obviously it's just the key that will toggle the screen, the language. Elastic time has to do with the amount of time it takes for the sun and moon to rotate, and if you turn this on and you do like a really quick recording, then they're going to, the sun and moon rotation cycle is going to be very, very fast. And the show FPS counter, that one's kind of obvious. It'll show on the top left there how many frames per second you are getting. If you go into the cam command tab, you can see there's a lot of options here. I have them all turned on. The cam P shortcut, this one will allow me to just press the P key on my keyboard in order to set various points. Auto spline makes it so that when you go from point to point, it's just a smooth transition, so you don't have to set any sort of what kind of path you're gonna set, because most people really use a spline anyways, when it smoothly transitions from one point to the other, making it look like a smooth flyby. Most people are going to want that option on. This one right here, I'll get into that one in just a second, but it automatically stops video recording upon a flight path, and again, I'll get into that here in just a second. Disable mouse input, that one's kind of obvious. Send chat message, this one I really like having off. Whenever you would finish up a path in the previous versions of the mod, then it would send out a message to people saying, "Oh, traveling done. Traveling's all set, guys. I just want to let you all know that traveling has ended." Well, now with that off, you don't need to announce it to the entire server that you're on. So anyways, periodic messages, not 100% sure what that one does. I think it has to do with the messages that show up in the chat window here. Not 100% sure. Overlay time left, this one will tell you how much time is left on your recording, or how much time is left on your path as you are moving here. Periodic messages, yeah, it doesn't show a tooltip. That's kind of weird. So cam third person, this one is a really interesting feature. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to set these two options on here. Actually, let me set this one on, and I'll create 2 points here. I'll just create two very simple points, and I'll do cam starts. I'll do 5 seconds, just because it's not going to take a whole lot of time. So with this mode on, what it kind of does is it puts, yeah, as you can see there, you can see my character right there. Let me go ahead and let me do that one more time. You can now see that my character is on the bottom left of the screen there, because with the third person perspective on, it actually records another recording. Like it records the recording from a third person perspective. So it leaves your character behind. I believe if I go ahead and I type in the command again, I can actually walk around. So if you want to record yourself doing some sort of action or something like that, and you don't have a recorder to record for you, you want to record yourself mining up something, you want to create a machinima that just has you in it, you can go ahead and you can do that. Actually, I have no idea where my character is right now, so that's kind of a problem. There we go. Come back here, camera. Come back here, camera. Let's do this. Is just fun. Boom. This is fun. I don't know why. Even though it would take a little bit of practice in order to get your movements quite right, because you're not in a first-person perspective, and you could go ahead and you can do that. But if you guys want to do this in a slightly different way, go ahead and hit O again, and check off the Player's View tab. Now, what this will do is, let me go ahead and let me start the 5-second recording here. You can see that the cameraman right there, being me, will record the actual perspective. And if it was recording an actual video, and again, I'll get into that here in just a sec, because there's a lot to cover with this, then it'll record the perspective from that player's camera perspective. So I can still freely move around in first person here, and whatever it records will record from that camera's perspective. So I should probably get into what I'm talking about as far as all of this recording stuff goes. So now with the Camera Studio mod, you can record videos in-game, though I don't recommend doing this for something like, you know, your typical Let's Plays or anything like that, because as of me capturing this video, I'm getting 50 frames a second capturing this with my regular capture software, but if I'm not capturing video and I'm capturing within the program itself, I get about 12. So it's not really good for real-time recording, but it is very good for doing time-lapse type stuff. So if I go ahead and I hit O here, let me go ahead and let me just do indirect video record because it's automatically going to record for me. And if you guys want to change up your video recording settings, it's for these two tabs down here, video recording. If you don't want to record in a third-person perspective, like you have this turned off and you want to turn on the recording yourself, it'll be F9 to do that, and then you can change the frames per second that your video is going to turn out as. So for 30 frames per second is just fine for a time lapse. The video speed, basically it'll record the video 10 times faster than real time, which is what's going to allow the 30 frames per second thing to work. The video will like appear to be recorded in full, you know, in regular real time, but the actual video that will turn out will be 10 times faster than it recorded. And I can change the extensions if I want to. MP4 is honestly the best one. And if you want to do any sort of audio recording, then you can go and do that, but usually not really a requirement for time lapses, and can kind of turn out funky if you're recording at a faster speed. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to keep that off. So let me go ahead and let me show you guys just very typical recording, you know, prior to showing you guys how it works with the camera paths and whatnot. So if I go ahead and I hit F9 here, looks like it's doing 45 frames a second because it's actually only recording like every 3 frames for every second. So it's only really recording at like 3 frames per second, and then it's speeding it up by 10, so it's making it 30 frames a second. So I'm just running around here, and I guess. Yeah, and then I go ahead and I hit F9 again, and as you can see on the top left there, just before I stopped the recording, even though I was recording for, well, you know, right around 10 seconds or so, the video itself only turned out to be 2 1/3 seconds. It was 2 seconds and then 300 milliseconds. And if you guys go into your .minecraft folder after recording that, and then you go into your videos folder, you will see all of the videos that are saved for your camera path recordings and whatnot. And the reason why I can't show that off in this video is because my recording software doesn't actually show windows and stuff like that. So anyways, man, it can be confusing, but when you mess around with it for a little bit, it really comes quite naturally. I just think I'm kind of being a little bit hasty in the way that I am explaining it here. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit O here, go into cam third person view, and then I'm going to hit indirect video recording. So it'll record let's see what it says down there. Records the fictive entity view while traveling is in progress. So what that means is it'll record the third-person perspective that is flying around. So that's what you need to do for that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in cam clear, and then I'm going to hit P for 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5. So let's just go ahead and let's do that here, and then I'll have my character stand here, and I'll just go ahead and I'll do cam start 1, actually 10 seconds. So that first third-person perspective, just pretend like somebody else is recording you. That's how that works. If I were to go ahead and I were going to open up the video file, you would see that it is from the perspective of that cameraman that is right there. So a lot of features to mess around with. Again, if you guys want to mess around this for yourselves to get a full understanding of it, then I highly recommend downloading it. The link is going to be in the description below, along with the original Camera Studio mod review, if you guys want to get an idea as to all of the other commands and how the mod used to work and how it still does work. But you know, these days, if you're just looking to get a basic understanding of the mod, then you can just go ahead and you can follow this version, I guess, even though it was a little bit like, I don't know, I feel like when it comes to this mod, I have a little bit of a hard time explaining it, but I think I've done a good enough job. So if you guys are confused about anything, just download the mod and you guys can have lots and lots of fun with it. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to end off this mod review here. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.